In this video, I'm going to talk about percentages. Now, the word percentages means out of 100. So, there is the symbol for that. Okay. So, if you see T%, the same as T on 100. Okay. So, R% means R on 100. Okay. All right, let's express the following as percentages. Okay. Now, if we are asked to express A on B as percentage, just multiply by 100. Okay. So this one is 100 A on B. As simple as that. So to express the following as percentages, so just multiply by 100. So 9 here, 1, 9 here, 4. 4 into 100 is 25. So the answer is 25%. Okay. All right. So the second one will be times 100. So 0 cancel 0 here. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 5. So 5, 5, 25. So you have 25% here as well. The last one will be times 100. So this one will cancel this. 2 here, 5. 5 times 10 is 50%. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's look at this question. If 60% of a number is 120, find the number. Now pay attention well. So let's take it one by one. Now, 60% of a number. 60% of a number. So let's assume we don't know the number. So let y be that. Okay. 60% of y. Okay. So x means equals sign. So it's 120. Okay. Remember, 60% means 60 on 100. So of means multiplication times y equals to 120. Okay. So once we find y, that is the number. So let's go ahead. So this one will cancel this. I will leave it 6y on 10 equals to 120. Okay, so we can do cross multiplication. So 1 times 6y is 6y. So 120 times 10 is 1,200. So let's divide both sides by 6. By 6. This one will cancel this. My y here is now 6 here, 1. 6 here, 2. So 200. So we have 200 as our answer. Okay. Now let's look at the next example. So you can pause the video and give it a try. So we have 40% of a number is 80. Find the number. Now we just solved similar one. So you can give it a try as you pause the video. All right. So 40% of a number. Okay. So we don't know the number. So let A be the number. Okay, so 40% of A is 80. Okay, So we have 40 on 100 times A equals to 80. So this one will cancel this. I'll be left with 4A on 10 equals to 80. So we can do cross multiplication, which will land us into 4A equals to 800. So let's divide both sides by 4. Very simple. This one will cancel this. So my A is straight away 4 here 2. So we have another 200 here. So that's that. Right, let's express 12.5% as a fraction. So just as I said, percentage means out of 100. So this one, 12% means 12 on 100. But we need to change this, okay? So we have 12.5%. So this one is the same as 12.5 on 100, okay? But we can change this one to improper fraction. So which will be 25 on 2 all over 100. Okay, so in case you are given x on y all over t, this one will multiply, so it will be x on yt. So we have this one as 25 on 2 times 100, that is 200, okay? Or you can say 2 times 100, okay? 5 here 1, 5 here 4. So we have 1 on 8. So this one has been expressed as a fraction, okay? All right, let's try this again. Express 6.5% as a fraction. So you can pause the video and give it a try. So it's the same as 6.5 on 100, okay? So we can go ahead and change this. 6 to 12 plus 1, 13 on 2 all over 100. So these two will multiply this. So we have 13 on 200. So I think that is the final answer. We can't do any cancellation. All right. Now let's look at how to express one quantity as a percentage of another quantity. Okay, so we are to express 50 cedis as a percentage of 200 cedis. Okay. All right, so what we are going to do here is very simple. We have two ways of solving this. Now let's get a trick here. So what percentage, okay, of, let's say 200 is 50, can also be framed that way. So let's see how we can analyze this. So express 50 as a percentage of, so always the one that comes after the of, okay, will be the denominator. So 50 on 200 times 100. Okay, so the result to be the answer. So this one will cancel this 2 here, 25. So we have 25%. That is the first method. Now the second method, we can also see, now instead of saying this over that times 100, you can go by it this way. Now express 50, okay, cedis as a percentage of 200. So it means what percentage of 200? What percentage of 200 is 50? That's the idea of this question. So what percentage? So we don't know. So let y be that. What percentage? So y, okay, percent of 200 is, so it means equals sign 50. Okay, so we have y on 100 times 200 equals 50. Okay, so the result will be the answer. So this one will cancel this. So we have 2y equals to 50. So we have y as 50 on 2, which is 25%. So we have the same answer. So you can choose to go by any of the methods. So that's that. Of 60 cedis is 12 cedis. Okay, so first method, so always of, okay, will be the denominator. So we have 12. What comes after the of will be the denominator here times 100. The result will be the answer. This one will cancel this. 6 here, 2 times 10 is 20. 20%. Second method. Now, what percentage of 60? So let's y. So y percent of 60, x means equals is 12. So y on 100 times 60 give us 12. So once you solve this, the result will be the answer. Okay, so this one will cancel. So we have 6y on 10 equals to 12. So we have 6y equals to 120. So y is the same as 120 over 6. 6 here 1, 6 here 20. So we have 20%. So we have the same answer. So choose one. All right. Now let's increase 200 cedis by 20%. Okay, so this one is very simple. Now we need to find 20% of this and add to the same thing here. So we are going to calculate 20% of the 200 here. So 20% of 200, okay, plus 200, okay, will be the answer. All right, so 20 on 100 times 200, okay, so plus 200. So this one will cancel this. So we have 40 plus 200, that is 240 cedis. So this one has been increased by 20%, that is 20% of this is 40. So 40 plus that is 240. Okay. 360 oranges by 10%. Okay, so this one is not different from the first one. Now, in the first question, we're tasked to increase 200 cedis by 20%. But this one, we are asked to decrease 360 oranges by 10%. So this one is just 10%, okay, of 100. So let me write this way. It's 360 minus 10% of 360. Okay, so let's go. So let's find 10% of that. So this one will cancel, this one will cancel. So we have 36. So we have 360 minus 36. Okay, so 360 minus 36, then 4. So we have 324 oranges. Okay, so that's that. All right, so now a change can be increase or decrease in quantity. Okay, so percentage change is the same as the change or the difference, okay, on the original quantity, here, times 100%. So that's the formula for finding percentage change. Okay, now let's look at two scenarios here. All right, let's look at this example. Now, the length of a shirt is decreased from 27 centimeters to 24.84 centimeters. Now, find the percentage decrease. Okay, so we said always the change all right, we said percentage change is equal to the change over the original quantity times 100. So have the change over the original quantity times 100%. Okay, so from here, the length of a shirt decreased. So from 27 is the original. So the original quantity here is 27 centimeters, okay, to 24 point. So we have 24.84 centimeters. So let's find the change. So the change will be 27 minus 24.84. Calculator, 27 minus 24.84. So we have 2.16. So the percentage change here is the change 2.16 over the original quantity 27 times 100. Okay, so it's the same as the same as 216 on 27. 216. So we have 8%. So the answer is 8. Okay. Example 2. The cost of a book in 2001 was 20 cedis. In 2006, the cost of the same book, I have two same here, same book was 45 cedis. Okay, calculate the percentage increase. So the formula is percentage change, the same as the change or the difference over the original quantity times 100. Okay, so the cost of a book in 2001 should be the original quantity. Okay, so my original quantity here is 20 cedis. So in 2006, the cost of the same book, so there has been an increment. Okay, so the change here will be 45 minus 20, which is 25. Okay, so to find the percentage change is the change over the original quantity, that is when the price was in 2001 on 20 times 100. So this 0 cancel 0 here, 2 here, 1, 2 here, 5. Okay, so we have 5, 5, 25, 2, 5, 10, we have 125%. Okay, all right, so that's that.